Well, it all started with a very simple premise. Create a donut shop with a twist, something that would be lighthearted and fun and that would attract a following. Now, Psycho Donuts was born and created by two pals who wanted to run a family-friendly business. But they had no idea what was about to happen: protests, pickets, and controversy. So with me now is the co-founder and co-owner of Psycho Donuts, Kipp Berdiansky. Thank you for being here. Hi, stay here.
Awesome.
We've heard a lot about what's been going on, so we want to talk a little bit about what's happening. So, in your own words, why Psycho Donuts?
Sure. First, I want to actually thank you so much for being on the show. This is just awesome being on TV. Is to give you a Psycho Donuts t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
So this is yours. It's extra petite for your size.
Okay, thank you.
So you're welcome to wear it to your party or the pool side. But to answer your question, yes. So as you mentioned in the introduction, my partner and I, Jordan Zwigeron, are old racquetball buddies, and we're like talking. Wouldn't it be great to open up a business? So we said, okay, if we do it in the recession, it has to be sort of recession friendly. So we can't sell helicopter rides around San Francisco. It has to be something inexpensive. So we're going down this path. We're just talking quite a bit about it, and we also came to the conclusion that it makes sense to take an existing idea and put like a fun twist on it, as opposed to try to come up with something completely new. So we're going through all these different iterations, and to make a long story short, we're actually at a donut shop. And a typical donut shop, and we're sitting there and go, this place hasn't changed at all since 1943. The linoleum's from 1943, the donuts look like they're about that old, the guy behind the counter is about that old. How is it possible to put a twist on it? So, we start kind of drilling down a little bit further and say, does the donut have to be round? Why does it have to be round? Could it be triangular? Could it be square? Could it be diamond shaped? Would it cook properly that way? Does it have to have sprinkles on it, or could it have, for example, Oreo cookies or pretzels? So we're going down this path. We're kind of at that point scratching our head, and we're going to have to play around with it to make sure. And then we go, boy, this is a crazy idea. This is a psycho idea. And we start drinking a little bit afterwards, and having a little fun. And like, well, maybe we can make this work. And so we take that kind of psycho crazy idea and just sort of made a whole theme out of it. You can see I'm dressed as a doctor, and I have had the same garb at the office. Or at the shop, and our counter help is dressed as nurses. So it's just a whole theme, kind of a fun environment, just to...
And we want to show people, when we talk about Psycho Donuts, let's take a look at what they are like.
Sure.
Okay, and I'm going to go directly to the one that seems to be the most popular and somewhat controversial.
Yes.
This is what looks like a glazed gel donut.
Yes.
Right?
This donut right here is...
And I am going to hold it.
Please hold it. So this is called the Massive Head Trauma Donut, and we removed the bullet, so it's a lead-free donut.
And it's right here?
Yep, right there. It's a jelly-filled donut, and we can actually test it and make sure that it in fact is okay. Okay, okay, it's okay.
So this is supposed to be a head.
Yeah, there's a face, I think it's still deceased.
Okay, and this one?
This one is called bipolar donut.
This is half
coconut and half peanuts.
Half peanuts.
Yep. The donut I'm actually most proud of is actually the donut fries right here. And
it actually kind of look good. They look like fries. They're kind of cinnamon sugary fries.
Yeah, they taste like churros. Look like fries, taste like donuts, and actually comes with a little thing of custard and jelly. It looks like ketchup and mayonnaise.
I can smell the donuts. It smells like good, fresh donuts.
Thanks.
So, what's the controversy? What's your take on the controversy about you're using bipolar, manic, crazy, psycho, etc.?
Right. So, the whole idea is for us is to have a themed donut shop. And, we came, I mentioned, actually, before I get started, we hand out bubble wrap to everyone who comes to the donut shop. It's kind of a fun thing just to...
pop?
Yeah, people pop them all the time. The whole idea is to have something fun. The bubble wrap, the donuts, the people dressed up in the different costumes. And, it's, the whole thought behind it was to have kind of a fun environment, have a themed environment. And so we sort of went forward in that manner. And, I think a lot of people, or some people, probably sort of didn't connect the dots right, that they found offense to some of these donuts, and we were quite surprised.
I can tell, just by your whole demeanor that you are having fun, and that you're hoping everybody else can have fun.
Right.
But do you think that you ought to be a little more sensitive to the fact that people, have these mental health issues, and that they find it offensive that you're just kind of very, just kind of throwing out the words bipolar and being psychotic and schizophrenic?
Sure. What's interesting about the country and also about a lot of businesses is that there's always a lot of businesses that people have some offense to. Actually, I have a little list here. It's pretty extensive. for example, a gun shop. There's anti-gun activists that are very upset about this. Planned Parenthood, pro-life groups, butcher shops, vegetarians have a problem with that. Strip clubs and Hooters, women's rights have problems with this.
So you're saying that you're kind of in that same genre. You have a right to do what you have to do, obviously.
Of course, yes.
But that people are just being overly sensitive?
Yes, they're being overly sensitive. And the thing is that these people that are having an issue with it are welcome to go to another donut shop. I mean, there's tons of them around. It's not like, 99.9% of all donut shops do not have this theme, right? So you can drive 3 minutes and go to a donut shop that doesn't have this theme. So
and so you know that this is a business, and people can take the business elsewhere if they're not happy with your product.
Correct. And in fact, if a person thinks they do have an issue with it, please go to these other places.
Okay.
We welcome that.
Well, on that note, what we're going to do is take a short break.
Okay.
Now that we've heard about Kipp's philosophy behind the creation cycle donuts, we'll take a short break, and when we return, the concerns that mental health advocates do have about the donut shop and how they're using mental health illness terms as a business tool. Stay with us. We'll be back.